fluffy socks, normal socks. Which ones are heavier? They're heavier. Normal socks. What about trainer socks? Ooh, yeah. Trainer socks. Of course, that means I need to find some trainer socks and raid Abby's sock pile. But, yeah. Hello, baby. Baby. Hey. Hello. Right, I need to get to weigh in. Morning. Oh. Yeah. After you.
Can I just start by saying,
Hello.
it's all coming back to me now.
That was lovely. What's coming back to you?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Very tuneful.
Baby, baby, baby. I've always wanted to do that.
Bet you didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that. Anyway.
Hello and welcome to our first official weigh-in, having done our first week on plan. On plan?
Yeah, very much so.
On plan, yes.
I bet I've woken Abby up. Do you reckon?
She needs to get up. How's your week been?
She's probably been like that. She's probably upstairs like this going, oh no.
Yes. Thank you for everybody who's asked after her. She's doing well, isn't she?
Yeah, she's doing really well. Yeah.
She's driving. I think when we left before, you might have seen the very early stages of her driving. That was quite amusing at the time, I think.
Debatable.
Teaching a teenager to drive, not recommended. But she is now driving.
Yeah.
She's in college, doing a music course, which she absolutely loves, but it's not what she wants to do further down the line. She's just doing this because she loves music.
Yeah. That's good therapy as well, isn't it?
It's really good for her.
Therapy for her.
I mean, in the last year, she has bought herself an electric piano, guitars, and learnt to play them both very well.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
Noisy, but it's fun.
Very noisy.
Anyway. Okay. Yeah. I reckon this is going to be a long one.
Yeah.
So, you may want to pause this and get yourself a cup of tea or something. So, I've been writing things down, like things that we can talk about.
She never writes lists. Ever.
I don't actually, do I?
But she has a list.
Right. How's your week been, really? I mean, because this is our first week back on plan.
I got asked this in weigh-in this morning, and my answer was, it's like riding a bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just straight back into what we used to do. Better eating more than we normally eat, it feels like.
Yeah.
Referring back to some old videos for some old recipes, and I have liked everything I've had. I've not been hungry. Maybe on occasions just before dinner when I can smell it cooking.
I've been a tiny bit hungry.
Yeah.
But I think it's because normally, like, if you're off plan, then you don't think about food. You just, I was doing before we came back on Slimming World. I would miss breakfast more often than not. I'd be on the go maybe in the morning because we seem to be more active first thing in the morning, don't we? And I'll grab, and this is no word of a lie, I'd grab a Mars bar or two and a coffee.
One of those cold coffees.
And it became a really bad habit of mine. In fact, actually, what I've noticed is, being on Slimming World, looking back at what I was eating, there were patterns of behaviour with my food.
I'm smiling because when I had surgery and came out from surgery, Kath decided that for lunch we'd have a ham sandwich with some crisps in the ham sandwich.
Yeah.
We had that every day for how long?
I don't. Weeks.
It was patterned. It was very much a routine that Kath got into.
Yeah.
And yeah, you do that, don't
Yeah,
you?
it's a weird thing that I do. And then I can go off a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
And I'll go on something else and then I'll do that over and over.
Yeah.
So I got myself into a habit of Mars bars, which I don't like. I don't like Mars bars.
But she ate them.
I was eating probably at least 2 Mars bars a day, sometimes 4 Mars bars a day.
I didn't know that until you said that, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was buying the multi-packs.
I just thought you were sharing with me.
I was sharing with you as well, but I would probably have more than you. I'd end up like, you know, buying extras or something, like if I'd run out.
News to me.
Yeah, lots of coffees and things like that. On the Slimming World plan, you're thinking about food constantly and because you need to plan. In order to make it work, you have to plan your food ahead of time. You need to make sure that you've got the food in, you know, looking up recipes all the time, making sure that you're having enough speed food, which is probably one of my little downfalls, is that maybe the proportion of speed food to the rest of the food that I have on my plate is not necessarily, it's not a third normally, because I'm not a massive salad lover.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of speed food goes into the main part of the meal as well.
Yeah, it does.
So
it does.
Just because it's not obviously a third of the plate, you are getting it.
It is literally like, I do feel like your mindset has to be completely in it. That you have to be eating, breathing and sleeping, slimming well. But that's how I find it for me.
That's how it works best for us, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really. And I think we've just fallen back into it.
Yeah.
It's been quite an effort, because you know you're cooking more from scratch and things like that. But because we've done it before, it's almost like muscle memory, if you know what I mean. Having the cravings, because I've written it down here, having to cut out cravings.
I think it was day 2. That's not very far into it at all, is it really? Day 2, when I was like starting to, because my downfall was crisps.
Yeah.
And anything kind of that you can find in a bakery. Pastries, bread, anything like that. And I started craving more than my allowance worth by day 2. But by day 4, that had calmed down. I think that was just like habit. My brain going, why haven't you had 3 packets of crisps? Come on.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't have any crisps for the first... Well, we weigh in Wednesday. I think Sunday was my first packet of crisps. Purely because I hadn't got any in. That's all.
Yeah.
And even then, I've only had the 1 bag. So yeah, it was day 2 to day 4. I was like,
I think it's retraining your brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because what you know, when you're just eating what you want, you get into bad habits, which is what we've both done in different ways. And then it's retraining your brain to get out of the bad habits and start getting some good habits in. But that takes time to do, and the bad habits become good habits, and then eventually your body goes, okay, this is what I'm now used to. It's your new norm. And sometimes I find you need to just go through the motions of that. And what I found as well, and it's something that, sorry, did you want to say? Did you want to say something?
No, that's fine. We'll just, I'll just, you said sit and have a drink, so carry on.
Yeah. What I've also found with Slimming World, and I knew this would happen because I've done it before, is off Slimming World, I'm getting indigestion, I'm getting heartburn. As soon as I start Slimming World, all that stops for me.
Gaviscon's back in the cupboard.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to need that, and I know I'm not, because that's always how it's been.
Yeah.
Which is great news for me, because it's something that I do suffer quite badly with, particularly as I've got older. I always find also, and this might be too much information, so I'll just, be whatever the word is.
Brief.
Unlikely. The first week or two, and I would say you'll probably like it as well. The first week or two of changing your diet up, where you're eating more fruit and veg, does play havoc on the stomach a little bit, and your body sort of starts saying, what are you doing to me? And it starts, what's the word?
Protesting.
It does, it protests. But I always find that by the end of week 1 or maybe the end of week 2, all that settles down, and then the kind of things that we've had problems with, like IBS. I mean, I don't suffer that badly with things like that. When I had my gallbladder problems, all that would just settle down, and I, wouldn't get a problem with it. I don't know if you found the same.
My body's still protesting.
That was it?
Yes.
Well, it's only the end of week 1.
But it's at the end of week 1. It will settle down. I'm used to it. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It is what it is. It's not putting me off. I'm going to stay on plan because, like Kath, I don't need Gaviscon now.
Yeah.
That's the end of week 1.
Did you?
Yeah. I was going to bed with heartburn, and then it's horrible lying down with heartburn, and don't need that now. And
so it's already working.
It's just that the tummy needs to settle, but that's fine. I expected it.
But it will though, won't it? It will eventually, and then you'll feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than the old stuff you were eating.
Oh yeah. God, we have had a lot to eat.
We're definitely eating better. I mean, we sat down this morning to a toasty that I used to do that I absolutely love making for breakfast, which consists of 2 pieces of brown bread from a 400-gram loaf, fried onions, and I use the 1 cal crisp and dry spray as opposed to the fry light, because I don't like fry light. It tastes weird.
It knacks your pans.
So fried onions, you've got to do it in a certain order so it tastes better. A fried egg, on top of that 2 pieces of bacon that had all the fat cut off, fried tomatoes that have been sliced and fried, and then 20 grams of very finely grated, low fat cheddar cheese.
It's half a healthy extra A.
Yeah, and for me, a little bit of sriracha sauce, which is about half a tin or something.
Half a tin with a crucial one.
Yeah, for a tablespoon. On a normal week, if we weren't doing Slimming World, I'd have had a Mars bar. Look at the difference.
We did actually take a photo of this creation, which is amazing. I mean, when you get it, you think, how am I going to eat that? But it's gorgeous.
But you do.
You do. We took a photo of that, and I'm going to pop that in here, along with photos of some of the other things we've eaten this week. I know we mentioned when we had the car problems, we still have car problems, we'll talk about that in a second.
Right.
That we were getting the sausages to do the sausage and pearl barley stew, and I think there were a lot of people saying they're looking forward to the recipe. I didn't actually film it because we didn't have all the right ingredients.
Well, it wasn't something that we'd said that we'd do.
But we will, because there was so much interest in that we will make that a vlog.
I'm guessing what we'll do is we'll do a viewer's choice one.
Yeah.
And then we'll
do that as an extra.
Yeah, we'll do extra recipes as well.
Yeah.
As and when we have time, and just slot them in here and there. So you will get to see other recipes other than the viewer's choice. But
we didn't have all the right ingredients. We were having car trouble. We don't have a car currently. It's in the garage.
Don't.
So, when everything's more settled and we can get all the right things, then we can make that. Hopefully we'll get it today.
And for anybody that's interested, it is the fuel pressure gauge thing that's gone. Yeah, so I've been speaking about how all I think about is food. But I don't actually think that's a bad thing, because whilst you're thinking about it, you're then planning for the next meal or the next day. So it's a good thing. Talking's not a word.
Tolkien, we're now in the Shire.
We've had a few ideas as to how we can move forward with our plan that maybe is a tiny bit different to what we've done before. And I actually suggested that we type up our whole week's food plan, all the things that we've eaten, including all the sins and everything else, type it up and then put it at the end of our weigh-in so that you can see exactly what we've eaten, so it's a bit more consistent with what we're talking about. Because obviously if you're only getting weigh-ins from us and you're only getting recipes, there's no... What is there now? What is there now? Or when you're trying to amalgamate it into something that's more tangible. Yeah, so that you can sort of link everything up, you know, what we're talking about, and you can see it sort of in black and white as well, which might be helpful to you. Hopefully it will be.
And helpful to us, because it then ensures that, yes, I have to do food diaries for the first 4 weeks for my consultant, and I always write things down anyway beyond that, but it will really make us focus on writing absolutely everything down, come what may.
I've been looking over what we have eaten over the past week, and I've kind of been studying it to see sort of, am I optimising the plan? Where can I make it better? You know, given the result, you know, when you come to the end of the week and you see your results, you know, if they're not especially good, you may then want to look back over what you've been eating for the week, whether there's patterns, whether there's things that you can adjust or, you know, perfect, I suppose. And what I've noticed about my diary is that, again, like I said before, out of Slimming World, I wasn't eating breakfast. In Slimming World, my breakfasts are a little, almost like a compulsory idea.
Yeah.
So, for instance, you know, one breakfast I had a banana, you know.
But then, just as a bit of a disclaimer to that, 2 mornings when we tried to get a few jobs done in the morning, we were stuck in the car, not able to start it, and by the time we got home, it was
lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 2 mornings why we didn't have breakfast, because we weren't here at the time we.
But you see, this is where planning ahead comes into play, because on the days when I had what I consider fairly decent breakfast, it was things like overnight oats.
But you couldn't plan for the car not working.
No, you couldn't. But if you'd already made overnight oats, then that problem was already out of the way. If you know what I mean.
You'd have still had them when you got home, which was near lunchtime.
Well,
but
maybe
yeah,
I'd have eaten them in the morning, maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
It is something that we need to look at, because I don't think either of us are really breakfasty people. We are more lunch, dinner, evening, grazing.
Even suppers. We always have a supper.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever done any harm to our weight loss in the past.
No.
And it's something that we used to do And to be honest with you, you know, it's one of those things where you don't want to have like a starvation type mentality, because I think eventually that will backfire. I think it's just slow and steady. We have done Slimming World several times in the past, and you do get to know how your body responds to that, and it creates patterns when it comes to weight loss. And I know that I am very much small. I think the most I've ever lost in 1 week has been something like 4.5 pounds, maybe even 5 pounds. But that is very rare for me. That's rare, anomaly. Normally, I'm very much like a half a pound to maintain. Maybe on the odd week I might get a £1 or a £2 loss. Whatever result I get, I'm going to be happy with, because this is a long, slow process. This isn't a quick fix. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm thinking, well, I wish it would, but
that's why I made that face.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle change, and this is where YouTube really comes into play for me, because it keeps us accountable for our actions. So
we said before we couldn't have done it without YouTube last time.
No,
we clearly couldn't do it
having
without
the
YouTube
support
in between.
Having the support,
yeah,
from the amount of people that are pleased to see us back. You know,
what?
I know, with surprise in my voice. It's just such a lovely thing, and we want to give back to you, and we want to help you in some way, because you're helping us massively. Even if you don't know it, you're helping us massively, and we want to do the same for you. Do you think?
Yeah.
Right, well, let's just get down to business, because that's what we're all here for. Right, so we are back to our weight loss boards.
These were from Etsy a long time ago. They can be found on Etsy. Hopefully the replacement baubles can also be found on Etsy.
We're not affiliated to this, by the
No.
way, just so that you know.
No.
These are just for personal use. And we will probably need to buy some new baubles. Hopefully we can do that. So, who's going first?
You.
Me. Okay, so here's my board. So I started off my Slimming World journey only a week ago at 12 stone.
Oh, I just interrupted
Put the pictures in.
Yeah, we did the before photos.
Before photos.
To hopefully go with some very different after photos further down the line.
Yeah, maybe we could do sporadic ones.
We'll put the before photos in here.
So, right, back to my board. Here's my board. It's empty. I was 12 stone at the start, last Wednesday, being the 13th of November, was it? Wednesday, 13th of November, 2024. Just so that you know. And I did lose.
Hey.
I lost weight this week. And I lost... Well, I'll show you. So, I have lost... £4 this week.
That's amazing.
That is really good for me. I am extremely happy with that result.
You look so happy.
Yeah. It's the Sicilian face.
No, it's really, really good. It's really good.
No, I'm really happy with that. That's a good result for me. Yeah.
Just going to carry on?
Yeah.
Doing what you're doing?
Yeah, just doing what I'm doing, writing everything down. You know, making sure that we measure our milks, making sure that we measure...
We have been doing that daily.
We haven't been eating... Because you're allowed 2 healthy extra A's, aren't you, a day?
Yeah.
We haven't been having 2 healthy extra A's every day.
No.
Most, I would say, probably maybe 2 or 3 days of the week we have had maybe 1.5 healthy extras.
But I think when we were really into it, it was only 1 healthy extra A. And that's what we had got used to.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that safety
The
net.
leeway, it's a leeway for us really, isn't
because our healthy extra A is used up in milk, always, soya milk. So if we wanted a little bit of cheese, it's nice to have
sorry.
allowance. That's what I was going to say. I don't know how much I weigh, I still don't know. Because I haven't hit the 2 stone weight loss yet. That would have been lovely, but also very unrealistic. I have lost. Haven't done quite as well as Catherine. You could probably see it already there. Look, 2.5 pounds. Ta-da!
That's, in fact, actually, I'm not saying that's not good. It's good because you've lost weight, but it's unusual.
There's a but comment.
It's unusual for you.
It is. Normally on a first week, I do more than that. I'm happy that I'm going in the right direction. That's what I wanted. I would have been very upset if it was 2.5 pounds on. It's £2.50 off. I kind of, you know how you just know that this wasn't going to be like a normal first week weigh-in. Not for want of trying. We've been on plan. You've seen the food that we've had. I don't know what is slowing it down. I'm not upset, don't get me wrong, but there's a definite slowdown to normal for a first week for me, and I think it's to do with the endometriosis.
I mean, normally for a first week, what would you normally have lost? Normally
around £5.
Yeah.
So it's about half of that. Endometriosis works in funny ways. I don't know if any of you have this. But around the ovulation time, I'm not going into details, there's a definite bloat. So to have lost £2.50 in that week, I'm really pleased with that.
Aren't you on some pages, like endometriosis pages?
Yeah, I am on quite a few like support pages, and it's an issue. It is an issue around certain times of the month. This is one of them.
Are they what kind of things are they saying then on that page?
People, bless them, they put up photographs, is this normal, etc. And it is bloating, and some people can look like they're carrying.
Right, okay.
There are a whole host of other symptoms that come with that. I've just learnt to live with it, so I don't think about it too much.
But how does it affect weight loss?
Well, it's a bit like when you're due on. It's that kind of thing, where you're going to be a little bit heavier.
Right, okay.
Anyway, just for that week. So I'm really hoping that next week, which will just be a normal week, hopefully, that I will do okay. Now I'm going to like jinx it now, aren't I?
Do you think you might have a whoosh effect?
Yeah, maybe so. But equally, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm happy it's a loss. But I think it'd be very interesting to, not that I want to look in my book until I've got to 2 stone, because when you start looking at a pattern, you also then see your weight on the page.
Yeah, okay.
But it will be interesting later on to see if there's a pattern with...
what, on a monthly basis?
Yeah.
Yeah, or a fortnightly basis.
Every 2 weeks to see if there's a pattern with the weight loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a loss, and I'm really happy with that. So, yeah.
Very good. Well done. The other thing that we're going to do that's different as well, which is another little incentive maybe for us, is to actually save up the coins. So for every £1 we lose, we put £1 in a jar.
And we're both doing this. So
yeah, so at the moment we've got £6.50.
Well, hey.
Now if you, or me, let's say me, because it's more likely to be me, let's face it. If I was to put on £2, I'm not allowed to take £2 back out the jar. That's not happening.
Oh yeah, right. Reward yourself with £2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Right, so yeah, so all that, but I've got no jar at the moment. No. I need a jar.
We'll find a jar, and Kath will probably get crafty.
Yeah.
As in arts and crafts.
Decorate it.
Yeah. With the jar.
Yeah.
And that will be the money. But then if you gain £2 and then you lose it again the next week, it just means you're putting another £2 in.
Well, it's a good way of saving.
Yeah.
And I think when we hit target,
yeah,
then maybe we can open it and we can see how much money we've saved.
Yeah.
Win-win, isn't it?
Exciting times.
Yeah.
I'm moving my cup out of the way because... Oh, my cup, by the way.
Can I just say?
Life tastes better with Slimming World. Thought that was appropriate for this video.
But you've got something on the other side.
Oh. It took a lot of willpower, but I finally gave up dieting. Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
It doesn't
not
feel
a
like
diet.
a diet, does it?
No. I mean, let's face it, most of the foods that we're eating are just normal foods. They're just normal dinners.
Yep. We had on our viewer's choice, unanimously, Food for the Soul. Unless I've missed somebody's comment on the other book, I did not see one comment for the other book.
No.
If you have, then I've missed it. Then I'm very sorry, but yes. It's overwhelmingly Food for the Soul. So Kath's gone through it. I've not looked at exactly what she was picking. She was kind of talking, but I wasn't listening. So it's a surprise for me.
So what's new?
So I'm going to show you the 3 options for those who are new here. And hello to everybody who is new. There are quite a few of you. We're going to pick 3 recipes from a book which was chosen by viewers. You're going to choose which one you want us to cook. And we will film it for you, cook it for you, and eat it for you.
Eat it for you.
So the first recipe Did I just take that out of the right page?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The first, just checking, the first recipe is Vietnamese tortilla. Just making sure you can see the pictures. That's Vietnamese tortilla, which is sin-free. I'll read the blurby bit for each one.
Yeah.
The Spanish tapas staple just went long haul. We gave potatoes the night off and added noodles, stir-fry veg, chilli, and a splash each of soya and fish sauce. Basically, if this dish was a suitcase, you'd have to sit on it to close it. That's an interesting blurb.
Okay.
Having to sit on your Spanish tortilla.
Yeah.
Okay, Vietnamese tortilla.
Are you going to read the actual ingredients just so that everybody knows?
Noodles, spring onions, red pepper, carrot, spinach, coriander, chilli, eggs, soya sauce, Thai fish sauce or extra soya sauce for vegetarians, so this can be made vegetarian, and lime halves or wedges to serve. So that's Vietnamese tortilla, sin-free, you have to sit on it.
And that's number one.
Right.
Vote number one.
Number two. Cullen skink. There you go.
I've never had it.
Me either.
So I thought, give it a go.
Why not? And I'll read the blurb. Smoked haddock is putting itself about in this book. Oh.
Is it? Weird.
I haven't read these, can you tell? Whether it's warming your cockles in our fish pie, Scotch eggs, see page 28, flaked into a spicy kedgeree, page 94. Did I say that right?
Kedgeree, yeah, kedgeree.
Or bringing intensity to this classic Scottish soup, it's guaranteed to soothe and satisfy. These blurbs are great, aren't they?
It sounds filling.
It
looks
looks
it's got potatoes and
yeah, and the temperature dropped.
Unctuous.
Unctuous.
Yeah, I've always wanted to use that word. I've been able to.
Onion, leeks, potatoes, vegetable stock, nutmeg, haddock, chives. Not that much in the way of ingredients, but it does look filling.
Yeah, it looks not. I wouldn't mind trying it.
Right, okay.
But you know, I'm not influencing you.
It's not your choice. Cullen skink.
Yeah,
that's
not
number
my
two.
choice. It's not my. I'm number two.
Right, and the last one is moussagne. I guess like lasagna and moussaka.
It's not called moussaka.
Right, this is a
moussaka. She means moussaka.
This is a mouth-watering mashup of Greek moussaka and Italian lasagna.
That's easy for you to say.
Really not.
No, it's not.
A literal melting pot of fabulousness, including rich beef, soft aubergine, fragrant cinnamon, and fresh basil and rosemary. So ingredients are onion, celery, garlic, lean beef mince, carrot, rosemary, cinnamon, tomato puree, basil, chopped tomatoes, that's a tinned, aubergines, lasagna sheets, quark and eggs. So a few more ingredients in that. So that's the moussagne.
Number three, if you want to vote for it, number three.
Just to run through them one more time.
Okay.
Option 1, Vietnamese tortilla. Option 2, Cullen skink. And option 3, moussagne. You choose which one you want, comment down below, and we'll cook it for you, film it for you, and eat it for you. There we go. What are you doing? Oh dear, I think we've come to the end of Kath's ability to talk.
Laura's come to the end of her tether.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I do have a tether.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be tethered. That's right.
Okay.
Whatever kind of a week you're having, I hope you're having a good week on plan. Please do comment. We will try our very best to respond to everybody that has commented. That's it really, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. If you're still here at the end of this, then well done. You need a badge. Right, we'll go because otherwise we'll all be here forever. Take care and we'll see you next time.
See you on the next one.
Cheerio.
Bye. Oh.
Baby, baby, baby.
Wow, you suddenly stopped.
It does happen sometimes, you know.
God.
You know, and I've always been a bit of a slow and steady. I know. Sounds so wrong. Sorry.
What are you saying?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything. I feel a bit dizzy actually.
It's all the talking. You choose which one you want. Comment down below. And
Yeah.
we will make it for you, film it for you, and cook it for you. Yes.
No.
You
Comment down below. Oh, I think I might need some headache tablets.
You done?
I don't know. Okay. No.
45 minutes we're filmed for. I'm going to say that and they'll look at it and go, it's just a 10-minute video. Never mind.
Anyway, what we've got to say.
Bye.